to Random Things with BK. So, want to apologize that we haven't had a video in a while. My youngest daughter graduated and I've been busy. But today, I'm going to work on her 2015 Camaro. And what we're going to do is we're going to upgrade her headlights to these LED headlights that I purchased off of Amazon. And the problem with her headlights is she has the old incandescent ones and they're not very bright, and so upgrading them will make it a little safer for her to drive at night, and it's not a very expensive upgrade. So I'd like for you to keep in mind that doing this, doing it to a Camaro, but the principles are the same for just about every car. So you know, where they're at and things are maybe a little different, but if you're watching this video, you should be able to figure out how to do this on whatever vehicle you have. So the first thing is, a lot of the cars that were made in the 2000s have a cover over where the light bulb goes in, so you have to remove that. Another thing is, you need to determine, does your particular vehicle have 2 bulbs or 1 bulb per side? Okay, and when you go purchase your bulbs from the auto parts store, they should be able to help you with that. Plus you can just see it. So I got ahead of myself. So once you've removed the cover, the actual bulb just rotates and then comes out. So you can see I've got it out now, and then it's connected to a connector. So you have to push a tab down. I don't know, Rogers, if you can see, but here's the tab right where my thumb is. So you push the tab down and then just pull the headlight bulb to disconnect. And set that up there. And then if you're looking at your new bulb or your old one, they're going to have these little tabs, right? So that will help you know, because this back one has to go to the same side as the tab that you push down to disconnect it. It's tight in here, so it's hard to see, and a little hard to work, but you can do it. Okay, so now you can see I'm connected to my connector. And then I'm going to take this and I'm going to feel for where it goes, and then I'm going to plug it in there, and you're going to twist it because it's going to go back in the same way it came out. So you get it in there and I went the wrong way. There we go. In there and twist, and now it's locked in. I can't pull it back out. And so there we go. And then, so I don't forget, I'll put this cover back on, and then we'll do this next one. So same thing, just gonna reach in, I'm gonna twist it, it's gonna come out. I'm gonna get my other hand in there somehow, push the tab, and pull the bulb out. Now, one thing I didn't show you on that first one is, you see these little tabs here? That's what's going, so you're pushing it in kind of like this, and then you're going to twist it like that, and then these lock into the headlight housing. So that's how it's staying in there. All right, so we're going to do the same thing here. Whoop. They don't ever give you enough room to work with. So sometimes you're doing this by braille. Okay, so I've got this one connected, same thing. Just gonna work it in here, find the hole it goes in, and right now the connector is sideways, and then I'm gonna rotate that down, and then now it's locked in. And that's all there is to it. Headlights have been changed. And like I said, these LED ones have become way more affordable, and they make for a really nice upgrade. Now, because I'm upgrading, not replacing because they're bad. I'm gonna go ahead and save these just in case we have a problem with the LED ones. I'll have them. I've already done the passenger side, so we're done in the front. So we'll go ahead and close the lid. Now, I'm also upgrading her tail lights. So let's come around here to the back and I'll show you that. So with her car and a lot of cars, with hers, you know, I have to open the trunk. If you have a, like an SUV, you'll open your tailgate. There's usually a panel that you have to remove to get to your tail lights. And a lot of times, sometimes they'll have screws or Torx, and then a lot of times they'll just have these plastic clips. One of these panel removal tools does make this a lot easier to do. These particular clips here, they have the 2-pin, so to see how they have the outside and then the inside. So I've got to work the pin up, which these are tight, but that's a good name. So you just be patient with it, work it up, and then this part will pop out after that. Set that in there. Work on these other two. Same thing. You don't really want to break them, but if you do, don't fret. You can buy these plastic pins at your local like O'Reilly's or whatever auto parts, or they make a kit that you can get at Harbor Freight that has like a big assortment of them, or you can also order them on Amazon, like an assortment kit. Or if you're a purist, then you can also go to the dealership and just get the ones that the factory ones. All those are they're accessible pieces, and they do, when they get old, they do tend to break, especially if you're not careful. There we go. That's the last one. Okay, we're free. So we take our cover off, and then as you can see in here, now your tail light's going to usually have 3 bulbs. You're going to have your tail light, which is like your running. You'll have your brake lights, and then you'll also have a reverse light. Not every car is that way. Some cars are, 1, but a lot of them have 3. So this is the same premise. I found the socket, I twist the socket, and then work it out of the housing, and we're gonna get this one out. Now these bulbs are different. They don't twist into there, or have a plug in. They just pop out of a socket like that. And I've got the LED replacements. Put that one in. Make sure they're in that socket good and tight all the way in. And then again, you're just gonna, I think you'll be able to see one of these other ones better, Rogers. This one's hidden back up in this corner, and there's a wire in the way too. Come on. There we go. The big thing to remember here too is when you're working in these tight spaces, just be patient, because you're working with a light bulb, so you don't want to hurt it. So in this one here, the reverse light is a different bulb, so it's smaller. But they make an LED for all of them, so you get the correct LEDs. And you can Google that. Like, you can Google, hey, this is my car, 2015 Camaro, what light bulbs go in what? And then once you have those bulb numbers, you can then Google for, or go on Amazon and search for the correct LEDs. All right, you might be able to see this one better, but see, here's the socket, and I'm just gonna twist it like that, and then it pulls right out. And you pull the bulb out. All right, and that was it. Okay, so we got that one back in. Now, it's always a good idea to get somebody to help you test it. And since it's just me and my producer Rogers, he's gonna video the test. I'm gonna fire the car up and we're gonna test the lights being on. We're gonna test the brake lights and the reverse lights and just make sure everything's working, right? So, because we don't wanna upgrade it and then have it be a downgrade. Yep. Yep. All right, so that was a successful upgrade. Hopefully this was helpful. If it was, please like and subscribe if you're not already. And if you have any questions or comments or tips that I didn't give, leave them down in the comments and I would appreciate it. I hope you have a wonderful day. Thanks for watching.